In this podcast episode, Sean Davis, co-founder of the Federalist, delves into the shocking assassination attempt on Donald Trump that occurred 5 months ago. The discussion centers around the details of the incident, the identity of the shooter, the apparent lack of accountability from Congress, and the broader implications for American society. Davis begins by recounting the events surrounding the shooting, which took place during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The shooter, identified as Thomas Crooks, managed to fire 8 shots at Trump from a significant distance before being killed by a local law enforcement officer. The incident raised numerous questions about how such a breach of security could occur, especially given the high-profile nature of the event. Davis emphasizes the bizarre nature of the media's quick shift away from the story, noting that it seemed to disappear from public discourse almost immediately after the initial coverage. One of the most pressing questions that Davis raises is about the identity and motivations of Thomas Crooks. Despite the FBI's investigation, little is known about him. Crooks was described as a good student with no apparent political affiliations or motives, and his family was reportedly unaware of his intentions. The FBI has possession of Crooks' devices and communications, yet Congress has received minimal information, raising concerns about transparency and accountability. Davis expresses disbelief that such a significant event could lead to so little information being disclosed to the public. Davis discusses the failures of the Secret Service in protecting Trump during the rally. He highlights a series of missteps, including the decision to leave certain areas outside the security perimeter unmonitored. The counter-sniper team, tasked with protecting Trump, was inadequately prepared and failed to communicate effectively with local law enforcement. Davis points out that the Secret Service's culture is one of incompetence, with no accountability for those involved in the security failures. He notes that the leadership of the Secret Service has not faced any consequences, which raises questions about the agency's commitment to its mission. A significant portion of the conversation revolves around the apparent lack of urgency from Congress to investigate the shooting. Davis argues that members of Congress should be deeply concerned about their own safety and the implications of such an event. However, he suggests that many politicians are more interested in preserving their power and avoiding accountability than in addressing the serious questions raised by the assassination attempt. He criticizes the weak response from Congress, noting that they have the authority to demand answers, but often choose not to exercise it. Davis reflects on the implications of the shooting and the subsequent lack of investigation for American society. He expresses concern that the moral fabric of the nation is deteriorating, which could lead to further violence and instability. He emphasizes the need for a collective moral revival, suggesting that the future of the country depends on a return to foundational values. Davis believes that without a significant change in the moral compass of the nation, the trajectory of American politics and society will continue to decline. The podcast also touches on the role of the media in shaping public perception and discourse around the shooting. Davis argues that the media's quick pivot away from the story reflects a broader trend of prioritizing narratives that align with their interests rather than seeking the truth. He highlights the hypocrisy of the media, which often focuses on sensational stories while ignoring the deeper implications of events like the assassination attempt on Trump.